assuming you're Alfred.
So that is the clip that Zack Snyder chose to show fans at JusticeCon during his Saturday panel, but I want to break down why he decided to show that, the importance of the clip, and what it all means, so let's get right to it in our new Snyder Cut video. Hey guys, it's Sean O'Connell, the managing director here at CinemaBlend and the resident Snyder Cut expert, and we are talking about the footage that Zack Snyder brought to his Saturday evening panel at JusticeCon. Now, if you are unfamiliar, JusticeCon was a two-day convention that was staged by the fans for the fans, and it was blessed by the appearance of Ray Fisher, a cyborg actor who held a panel, Debbie Snyder, who conducted a panel with the Snyder's Amazons, and on Saturday evening, Zack Snyder himself conducted a panel that was hosted by Meg and the Nerd Queens as part of the JusticeCon schedule. He talked a lot about the restoration process that was going on to the original footage that he shot to get it ready for HBO Max. He talked a lot about aspect ratios and how he's sort of breaking it down to fit what is going to be delivered in HBO. And he also talked about the possibility of us finding out very soon whether Zack Snyder's Justice League is going to be a long feature film or something that's broken down into multiple episodes. Truthfully, between you and me, the way he was talking, I think it's going to be episodes, but we'll find out soon enough. Then, the highlight of the Zack Snyder panel was the footage that you just saw at the beginning of this clip. It is a Henry Cavill as a resurrected Superman in Justice League. And of course, the significance of it is the fact that he's wearing his black and silver suit. DC fans know that this is a really significant costume for Superman to wear, and we've seen teases of it in footage that didn't make it into theatrical cut. There's a moment when Henry Cavill was supposed to have been brought back from the dead in Justice League, where Superman is walking through the Kryptonian ship where his suits are stored, and there is a black suit that was there, but we never saw him wearing it. It's derived from the DC Comics, where after the Death of Superman storyline, which was played out essentially in BVS because Superman died or sacrificed himself to stop Doomsday, when the Supermen come back, there's multiple ones, and the most significant one is one that has sort of a mullet hair that Henry Cavill is not sporting, and of course is wearing this black and silver costume that's different from his red and black. And it's supposed to signify, even though it looks darker, hope, that he's a symbol of hope that has to almost earn back the red and blue. That's such a signature costume for him, and it's something that DC fans always kind of wanted to see on screen, and so Zack was sort of dropping the mic and letting people know that we are going to see that version of Superman in his Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's also really important to sort of point out the fact that this clip was available in a different format, because when Zack was still cutting marketing for Justice League, before he walked away from the production and before Joss Whedon took over for theatrical cut, that scene was included in a trailer. We saw Alfred, played by Jeremy Irons, working on one of Bruce Wayne's cars. We do see the Jurassic Park type of liquid reflection in the glass, and we know that somebody is arriving. And so Alfred, in the trailer, looks up and says,
"You said you'd come. Now let's hope you're not too late."
At the time, a lot of fans sort of speculated on, is he referencing Superman, which means that Superman would be coming back from the dead, even though in those early trailers there was no mention or reference to Superman, because obviously he had died at the end of BVS, and Warner Brothers sort of wanted to keep the veil of illusion that he might not possibly come back, even though everybody knew that he was going to be coming back. There was also some fan speculation at the time that the person that Alfred was talking to might have been Green Lantern, and people were talking about reflections of the color green that could have suggested that it was Green Lantern arriving to join the fight against Steppenwolf, but now we know for sure that it's 100% Superman. However, in the deleted scene that was part of the Justice League DVD, it was Henry Cavill in the red and blue. So even at the time when the studio allowed that deleted footage to be included on the Justice League DVD, they made sure that it was the red and blue, because the studio, for various reasons and according to different sources, have always believed that the darker suit, the black and gray, might be a little bit too somber or dour, and they wanted the upbeat, the red and blue, the signature costume that everybody's familiar with.
Primitive beings.
Zack choosing to show off the black and silver is sending the message to fans that he is ultimately committed to delivering as comic accurate a depiction of Superman post death by the hands of Doomsday, and this is going to be part of his canon that he's pushing forward in his Zack Snyder's Justice League on HBO Max.
Good.
Now let's talk about the significance of Zack Snyder choosing to show this scene off during Justice Con. Now, it's a very short clip, but by choosing a Henry Cavill clip, Zack is almost going forward with something that he said during the May 20th announcement of the Snyder Cut coming to HBO Max, which is, I started this journey with Henry. I want to keep going forward with Henry. It's important that he's part of it. Henry was the only Justice League member to show up at that May 20th announcement, and of course they started this journey on Man of Steel together, so it's really great to see that Zack is still supporting that true vision of Superman by choosing this quick clip of him in the black and gray suit. However, if you think about it now, there are two clips that Zack has shown from his Zack Snyder's Justice League, and they are as far away from anything Joss Whedon shot in the theatrical cut that we could even imagine. One is Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman discovering the cave paintings of Darkseid and looking absolutely terrified by what she is discovering, and the other now is Henry Cavill showing up as Superman in the black and gray suit. And during his panel for JusticeCon, Snyder made it very, very clear that he would burn the film and have nothing to do with its existence if it came down to him having to use any footage that he didn't shoot.
That is a fucking hard fact.
Thank you.
Now, he didn't say Joss Whedon specifically. As a professional director, he wasn't going to call out another director. But he made it very clear that Zack Snyder's Justice League that's coming to HBO Max is only going to have footage that Zack shot himself, which means that we're expecting not a completely different film, but nothing that resembles a theatrical cut. It could follow the exact same storyline, and I think the theatrical cut really did borrow some of Zack's imagery throughout to sort of pepper it, but cut it down to an under 2-hour package, which basically sacrificed all of the flavor and authenticity that Snyder would have brought to his version. So we're going to see a much longer version. Everything in it is going to be shot by Zack, and you can tell automatically how different it looks from theatrical cut just by looking at the really quick clip of Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, and now what we see is Henry Cavill as Superman.
He's back.
Zack's panel obviously was one of the coolest things to take place at JusticeCon, but it doesn't mean that that was the only thing that happened there. So make sure that you go over to the JusticeCon YouTube channel after you check out our video here and watch some of the panels by Ray Porter, Ray Fisher, Fabian Wagner, who's a cinematographer for Justice League. There's a lot of great information. It has us looking forward to DC's fandom, which is going to get into all of DC's television shows, movies coming up, and there's going to be an expected panel about Zack Snyder's Justice League coming to HBO Max. Zack actually confirmed that during his DC fandom panel, we expect to see the official teaser trailer. He actually suggested that we will know for sure whether it's going to be a movie or a TV series, and hopefully we'll have the official title, which he wants to be Zack Snyder's Justice League, but he suggested there was some legal wrangling that had to take place before he could confirm that. So we're looking forward to that, so make sure you circle August 22nd on your release date calendar. There's also been a lot of speculation right after JusticeCon about something that Debbie Snyder said in her panel with Snyder's Amazons, about a project that Zack and Debbie are working on with another director in the DC universe. There was some rampant speculation. We're going to keep our ear to the ground to see if anything else develops with that, because we have a couple of ideas of where that story might be going based on the things that Debbie said. So make sure that you go down, hit subscribe, turn on your notifications, and follow along with all of our speculation regarding the Snyder Cut and Zack Snyder's Justice League as it heads towards HBO Max in 2021.